And yeah, that's how I'm going to introduce the stream today. Give me a moment. I'm hiding things from the audience. And that takes me a moment. And then we can get started. As we always do. Need that second monitor, baby. Oh, heck yeah, it's the Nokia ringtone that I was talking about. Unironically good song for no reason. Can I change the names of all of these layers at the same time? I can, yeah. I'm gonna do that. Oh, no, it only affected the top one. My disappointment is great. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined, I believe is the line that I'm supposed to say in those types of situations. What the heck is this one? I'm getting YouTube. Oh, it's World of Goo again. We listened to that yesterday. Cannot simply do that again. So instead we're going to listen to like just an actual church choir song for a bit. I added this to the playlist today because apparently the song has like 10 million views. Apparently pretty popular church song. Never heard about it. It's called Miserere. I don't know. This is probably Latin. Me Deus by Allegri. Which means this is going to get copyright stricken on the videos and the VODs and what have you, but I do not care. I am not making money, nor do I plan to. I think I've hidden my speech bubbles, which means I can bring up the stream. Pardonnez-moi. Here's Clip Studio. No, there's no Clip Studio. I've lied. I've lied to you right in front of your face. And I'll do it again. There I am. My beautiful mug. My beautiful green mug. Can't keep a goblin down. Not in jail, anyway. Now I gotta friggin' draw. Oh man, I forgot that part of my live streams. I do stuff during these. Frick. And I had a doctor's appointment. You can't be making me do stuff on a day I went to the doctor's. What if I found out I had a terminal illness? Would I have streamed today? Probably. But also I would have been very surprised because I wasn't even being checked up on for that kind of thing. So I would assume they're pulling the wool over my eyes there. Oh, so this is the song. The only reason I found out about the song is because of that meme where there's a group of 4 choir dudes. And they're singing this song, and then one of them pulls out a balloon filled with helium to hit the high note we just heard. And it gets me every time. Apparently, according to the comments, if you're one to believe such things, he just pulls out the balloon as a bit. And he can actually hit that note just fine with his actual range. So it's like, you know. It was a good meme. I appreciate it. But also that dude's just talented. You know what else is a good choir meme? I don't know why there's so many of these. Choir memes, that is. But the one where they do the sheesh and they harmonize it, that one's beautiful. And it has no right to be. Now, I know the landmark for the neckline is to, like, you know, take where the bridge of the nose would intersect with the face at its most inward point, and that's where the neck would stem from, around there. That's a good landmark to have. But I'm just gonna ignore that because nobody's here to judge me yet. So I can get away with these things. Okay, after we do this line art, we can get right back into another coloring stream. I think I prefer the coloring streams. I think it's a lot more of a brain off type of process. So I can just I can banter more easily, I think, which is nice when you're trying to stream and banter. Speaking of banter, I still have yet to actually write things down as I think of them as topics to mention on the stream. And I really should start doing that. Not because I feel like I'm at a loss for what to talk about. I feel like I've gotten pretty decent at talking to myself with absolutely no input or stimulus, which might be concerning to some people. But for other people, that's just a symptom of their everyday life. You know, apparently with ADHD, it is a normal occurrence to walk around your house for hours just talking to yourself. It's like a normal thing you do for some people. And I don't walk around just doing that for hours, but I have just done that. Maybe for like, what's the longest I might have just walked around my house talking to myself? Like making up scenarios? Or like reenacting an argument, but where I win this time because I have all the time to think about responses. And they can't contradict me or counteract me. I'd say the longest I might have done that was like half an hour. Definitely not hours of my day. Talking to myself is fun. I like to argue with myself with a mask. I know, it's a fun activity, for one thing. I have done it for hours. Could be ADHD, could be on the spectrum. I've never been tested for that myself. I do also have the symptom, which is apparently, I learned about this one, where you keep like just dozens of internet tabs open just at all times, and I for sure do that. I have tabs open. My mobile browser on my phone right now, I literally went past the it says 99 tabs if you have 99 open, and if you go past that, it just stops counting, and I reached that a long time ago. I could not even comprehend how many tabs I have open right now, because my phone literally won't tell me. It doesn't affect performance because at least the Google Chrome mobile browser only loads the tabs that you have open at any given time. So luckily, my phone is not on fire whenever I open Google Chrome. I have the opposite. I can have more than like 3, or I feel overwhelmed. I can just like, I got to keep all of them open, or I might forget they exist. It is my curse. I have such bad memory. And I feel like every bit of I'm like an information hoarder, where every bit of knowledge that I could maintain or utilize is so important. Or at least it feels so important. It's like if I lose it, I'll never remember it again, and that would be like a great loss for me. I'll look. It's mainly because I look up all sorts. I look up like storytelling ideas. I look up how-to guides on like just about everything. I'm looking up media that I plan on watching or listening to or reading, etc. Just I have so many ideas that I want to keep track of. And I just don't have a place where I can list everything, I guess, is the issue. Now, I've heard, and I mentioned this on stream before, but starting just a Discord server with only yourself in it could be a great way to categorize just so many things, like art references. You could put all the JPEGs in there. I'm sure I could make just channels for listing stuff that I want to see and keep track of. I could put files in there, like my notes files for my notepad application. I could keep track of all the, and just like put all the idea files I've written down over the years in there. It'd be great. Haven't done it yet though. Should do it. Have not done it. Oh, on the topic of media, I mentioned it earlier in the stream that I was trying to think of topics to bring up, and I was thinking of one because I was watching this Game Changer episode, the College Humor Game Show Game Changer, and they have an episode where they pull out a lie detector, and one of the questions they asked the contestants was, have you ever cried at a piece of media? I believe it was a movie in general, as a movie or show that made them cry, and I was thinking of that question. And I was thinking about my own answer, and I don't think I have. I've gotten teary-eyed, I've welled up a bit, but I don't think anything's ever broken me. I've never cried at a piece of media. And I was trying to remember which ones, because certainly I've gotten close, but I haven't gotten all the way there yet. And I was having trouble trying to think of what even could have affected me in that way. Yesterday I was on YouTube, and it was like, this video is interesting. And then on the recommended, I found something that looked better, so I closed the other one. Then I found another better one, and I kept opening and closing videos, and then I played Persona 5. That could be a sign. A sign to receive testing. But you should really, you only gotta, like, you really should only get testing if you're worried that it's affecting your daily life to a significant degree. ADHD, that is. Because if it's not really affecting anything and you can cope well with it, then it's like you're better off just not getting on any medication. Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to be like, do you want the pills? And it's like, well, not really. Medication is like kind of not very poggers unless you have to take it, in which case then it's pretty poggers. Pretty cool that we have stuff for that. They will take my silliness. They will bottle it up. Store it away. But yeah, I was thinking about the media thing. I was to get back to that. I'm getting on two tangents. I'm a one-track mind person. You can't do that to me. I don't think I've ever cried at a piece of media, but I think the strongest emotional reaction I had to a piece of media was freaking Rango of all movies. And it wasn't sadness. It was like existential realization, because that movie is all about identity crisis, and I was like, oh my god. I'm 12 years old and I feel this lizard. I relate so hard to this lizard right now. That was like the first time I ever thought about like legacy. And like other perceptions of how you'll be remembered. It was like, it's a lot for a kid's movie to drop on me. It will take my silliness, I will become unsilly. A crime. A darned crime. How'd I draw this lady's hair? Getting a whack haircut. Do I even need to preteen life crisis? I had one. It felt so real. The animated lizard made me think about my place in the universe, and I was not ready for that. Alright, Dahlia, honey, how is your face supposed to work if I can't even draw it in the thumbnail? You ever think about that? You ever think about making things easier for me? Oh yeah, I've been trying to get back into fighting games. I downloaded Rev 2 and KOF 15. You got KOF on PC, I'm assuming? I just don't understand how they do it. How do they do what? Because I also just got King of Fighters 15, but it's on console. I do have Rev 2. Is that also on console? I might also have Rev 2 on console. I definitely have Strive and Exard on PC though. Be good. I just like stick to combo. Sometimes all you gotta do is do combo. But what you might be missing are your fundamentals, your neutral game even. And that just comes with time. I used to be god-awful at neutral in any fighting game. The thing about fighting games though is once you learn a neutral for one fighting game well enough, it'll start to just kind of click for all the rest of them. You'll get the idea of like a game plan about like, you know, you got block strings. You got plus, or you got like advantage frames on block or disadvantage depending on what move they use. When you can take, you know, like your turn or when it's still their turn. You kind of just feel it out, and then over time you'll realize that a lot of fighting games work that way to varying degrees. It may be a little different, but usually there's a lot of overlap. I have my games on PC because the only console I have is a Switch. Oh, I see. Like for me, one of my neutral weaknesses is that I jump in a lot. So if you just learn how to anti-air me, I will probably just fall. I'll crumble like a sack of potatoes. They don't crumble. Nothing. No, potatoes never. You know, notoriously don't crumble. But you get my meaning. What music are we even listening to? Where did we... Oh. We just went into a... Excuse me. YouTube, you didn't even tell me. Is autoplay on? It's not. How did I get here? What was I even talking about? And an Xbox 360 and a PS3. So not a lot of new games I can play, I see. Well, the PC is a good one to have. I kind of just... As long as you future-proof... As long as you got parts that are good enough to run it. That's good. You could get new games for as long as your graphics card can support it, basically. Let me find music. I main Robert in 15. It's fun to kick things. Don't you have to have teams in King of Fighters? Don't you have to have more than one character? Or am I mistaken? I'll be real, I've never played one before. I did for King of Fighters 15. Ow! Sorry? But yeah, King of Fighters 15 is the first one I got. Let's find something else other than ear graded. I hate that that's the first song on my playlist. It's so... I gotta make it just a one with 30 seconds of silence so I have time to pause it. That's the first song on my playlist. KOF 15. Let me go on Steam. Yeah, but offline you can do one character tournaments. I usually do those. I see. I never really looked at KOF 15 roster. Here, you know, let's do a little thing. I should get music going though. There's a quirky little song. Let's go here. This one, please. Let's go to the roster and see who I would main based on visuals alone. Oh man, that's a lot of dudes. Also, would you quiet down, Ryuichi Sakamoto? Alright. Initial impressions. Visuals, let's take a look. There's obviously Barry Togart. You can't go wrong with that guy. He's the star of the show. Because if I set foot online, they will hand me my own head before I can even begin to think about how to play against them. Well, you gotta start somewhere. I know this character. That's all I'm gonna say about that. No more elaboration. I know about this one. I think I'm revealing more about myself than I'm meant to. Who's this lady? Oh, it's this one. I did. I also know about this one. I'm trying to look for. I don't. You know, here's my problem. I'm trying to think about who looks cool. And in King of Fighters, no one looks cool outside of the obvious choices. And I can't play Omega Rugal because I'll be banned in several countries. But he looks pretty cool also. I think this character's got a really cool design, but I don't know if I like their whole concept. Also, I can't pronounce their name by just looking at it. He's got a funny little fighting style, but I don't know how it. If I'm sold on the character as a whole. Oh, they got little interviews here. He sleeps, and then there's Shun here, who they seem to be heavily affiliated with. They slept, so that's their kind of whole character trait. I get it. Robert is the one in the blue shirt in Team Art of Fighting. Yeah, this guy looks pretty dope. Yeah, that's pretty sick there. He's got management skills. Who would I pick? What about this lady? What does she look? What's her whole outfit? His whole outfit, the kid. No, I don't think so. I chose him only because of his looks. I do like him. He reminds me of several characters, but I can't. He's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't even pinpoint it. The dinosaur is also cool. Yeah, King of Dinosaurs is pretty dope. Very Tekken-esque character. I've seen this lady. She's got like cool like hands. Yeah, she's got the cool hands. But she also looks like a freaking like a League of Legends alt skin. Like something that would show up in one of their K-pop music videos. Also, I just don't think she sells the graffiti aesthetic as hard as she should. I think it should be more. The tribal tattoo is weird. I don't know about that. I thought we moved past tribal tattoos as a design element. What are some other ones I would consider? I mean, there's always King, right? I might main King based on appearances. I think she's pretty dope. She seems pretty Zotan core. Although if you want absurdly Zotan core, I suppose this would probably be the one. But I'm not gonna do that. That's too obvious, thank you. Galore isn't she one of the newer ones? My god, did they even, that's not even clothing. They didn't even try. They didn't even try. She's got psychic medium capabilities. Holy soil to combat. She's got pocket sand. Playing King is fun though. Trying to learn Team Art of Fighting, just the whole thing. I could see it. I remember seeing Rio. He's just a generic man, but he still looks pretty solid. He's the Shoto guy. But yeah, I would probably play King, and then I don't know. I'd figure it out. Definitely Terry would probably be in there. And then for a third character, I don't even know. I'd have to think on it. Maybe his girlfriend, Blue Mary, maybe. I do like Android 18 aesthetics, and she's basically got that. What is King's affiliation? Because I like when I make teams, I like them to be at least have a little bit of a basis in the series lore. So I'll have to think on that. I'm dead. Bring me back. King. KOF. Lore. Give me the lore. I'm gonna read this for a second. Then we'll get back to the art, I swear. She was the sole female character playable in Art of Fighting. That's wild. And her name is King. She also obsesses over money so she can pay John's medical bills. King seems to be quite attracted to Rio. Interesting. I think Robert and her have a bar or something. I'm probably wrong. She does have a bar. She owns the bar Illusion. And then Robert has management of him, like he's like a manager of stuff, so he probably does have something. I can't find any lore that she has with anyone outside of Rio. But that's fine. As long as she's not like a sworn enemy of Terry Bogard, I think my lore accuracy can manage. Alright, let me just make sure I'm back on the freaking... Yeah, okay, I'm on Clip Studio. Not always the case. Let's play this one.
Lily, not change the beat. The sky is not the same no more today. There is no turning back. Lily, not change the beat. Covers always judge books by today. If they are shiny or not.
Man, those lyrics almost mean something. It's crazy.
But no one's gonna read them out again. Oh, please don't wait for me, darling. Stay out of the cold rain, for your heart may become rusty. Oh, please don't wait for me, darling. Don't stand there in the sea. Your soul is right now. You don't need to wait, need to wait, need to wait for us.
BRB. Don't get your laptop confiscated again.
Never change. Winds are not so soft no more today. They change the cold and sad. Lily, you never change. They all want a brand new box today. No matter what's inside. All these pieces that meant so much to me those days.
That sleeve is gigantic. I need to fix that post haste.
You'll accept it that way, so be it. Time marches on. Really?
Time do be marching though.
Oh, please don't wait for me, darling. Stay out of the cold rain, for your heart may become rusty. Oh, please don't wait for me, darling. Just stay safe and sound as long as you are there. I will figure it out, figure it out, figure it out for you once more.
That's a nice little song, but we need something longer. Come back when you're a little richer. Yes, I will listen to Asura's Wrath main theme again. My mind will only circumvent its cycle of the same 5 songs when something better comes along, and so far, nothing better came along. Not in my brain. In fact, I have like 3 versions of this on my playlist because I was searching for the best quality upload. And you can hear the difference. I would know. I scoured very hard to see who had the best one. I'm not sure if this one is the best one. I just kind of put 3 versions on here in case one of them got deleted. You have to do that when you're making a music playlist. If you don't want to forget a song, you gotta upload it or put it on your playlist like 4 different times, each a different video, just in case one gets taken down. Because if one gets taken down and you didn't make backups, well, you'll never remember that song ever again. You'll just scroll down to the bottom of your music playlist and it'll say unavailable videos have been hidden, and it's like, oh god, I'll never know what that was. And it'll eat away at you. You'll be like, what are they hiding from me? I don't know. YouTube refuses to tell me. Maybe the new CEO will change that, he said, not believing it for one single second. Dog. Doggos. They be barking. I didn't give them permission to do that. What could they possibly even be barking at? Probably someone delivering food. That's usually what happens. Some type of delivery person. A male man, perhaps, or a male woman. Could be that. I don't think they're biased based on gender. I think my dogs would bark at quite literally anything, provided it moved past the living room window fast enough. Bro, I'm telling you, if you want to feel empowered, just make a fantasy series. Hear me out. Just make a fantasy series while you're listening to the Asura's Wrath soundtrack. You'll have so many good, epic, like I said epic unironically, and I'm sorry about that, but like so many just powerful ideas flow through your head. And even if it's a bad idea, it'll seem good and impactful because you're listening to the Asura's Wrath soundtrack. you'll be like, oh, this would be such a dope scene, and even if it's the dumbest thing ever, if you're listening to the Asura's Wrath OST while you're drawing it or writing it, it'll sound so much cooler in your head. And sometimes that's all you need to start on something. You just need that motivation. So I highly encourage it. It makes everything seem way more epic and scale. I said it again, way more grand in scope and scale. Yeah, that don't look right. I need to fix it. I need to fix it. And I shall. Here I go. Gonna nail it in one shot after I ignore it for a minute to go back up here. Putting off my problems. Like a real boy. Why does this look bad? Oh, am I just listening to it again? Is this the extended version? Oh no, this is I think this is the highest quality version of this song I found on YouTube. So I will listen to it again. And no one can stop me in my stream. I own this place. I own this town. I know it like the back of my hand. What the heck is that? Can't you hear how crisp the MP3 file sounds? No? Fair enough. It is being compressed over not only Twitch, but also YouTube. So I would fully anticipate not hearing any difference whatsoever. But for me, it sounds lovely. Divine, even. That's like a me elbow in real life. My elbow. One thing you gotta know about my elbow is lethal weapons. I think I could register these. Like I'm talking. This is how like a normal human elbow might look. Perhaps me. I got a dagger, a bone dagger. It's not a bone spur, by the way. It's just so pointy, and I'm so thin. I could kill a man, is all I'm trying to say, really. I wouldn't, but I could. so don't freaking cross me. This will probably be what I get canceled for in 10 years, let's be honest. They threatened to kill a man. Who? No one in particular, just a man. A nondescript man with his elbow. That'll be what I get canceled for. That's my luck. Where is Fool's? Okay, it's like here, and it goes up to like almost elbow. His bracers are longer than I remember making them. Oh man. Sorry about the yawning. I'm not bored. I'm just very tired. Because I woke up like 4 hours earlier than I usually do for my doctor's appointment, which I had. Was I talking about that at the beginning of the stream? I think I was. It's so hard to remember things I said 4 minutes ago. Well, we have been here for 45 minutes actually. What have I done? I've done nothing. I'm gonna have to work so much off stream just to feel productive. I know I always say I'm gonna do comic stuff off stream and then I come back on stream and having done nothing. But this time I swear. I will have to do something, otherwise no progress will have been made today. This is loud. It's not too loud. Another reason I need a second monitor so I can always just look over at my OBS. I could have my chat up and my audio levels all up at the same time. Oh, God, that'd be so helpful. But then I would need another stool to hold my second monitor. Naturally. Can't be putting that on a desk. I have no room. I need a stool. What a man needs when he's out of room is not more room. He needs a stool to place all his things upon. Obviously. It's so obvious. I've solved it. The secret to overpopulation is not to have more room. No, not a colony to Mars. What we need is more stools to hold all these people. You got newborn babies filling up the hospital, put them in a stool. Problem solved. Easily to hold them right there. You know how many stools you could fit inside a hospital to hold babies? A lot. At least 5. I think. Is it obvious I didn't get enough sleep? I feel dumber than usual. I feel like I was ranting and rambling all the time. That's the only way I can get through a stream. It's how I keep myself entertained. Outside of just doing the artwork. But I feel like it's even less focused than usual. There's a inherent lack of structure. And every other sentence is a tangent into a different subject. But you know, it is fine. If that's how you gotta get your stream of consciousness flowing, I say let it run. Let it ride, do something with it. Let it be free. Just don't call it late for dinner. Maybe I... Stove did call me. He likened me to if Rodney... What was his name? Rodney Dangerfield? Yeah, that's his name. If he was just in a retirement home. And I can't help but think that's a more accurate comparison every time I speak. And I tell you, I get no respect. Not from myself, not from others. That's not how arms work. You don't turn into a lobster person, as far as I'm aware. Well, there is that theory that everything in the ocean eventually evolves into the form of a crab because it is the ideal shape for sea life to be, apparently. So maybe people, what is the ideal shape for a land creature, I wonder? Do we have any theories on that? The evidence would suggest a human, but like we don't really see many things evolving to be more like people. If anything, it would be the monkeys and the apes out there, but I don't think they've really. I don't know if we can monitor that their progress on this as grand of a scale as we can sea life for some reason. There's a ton of species in the sea that can turn into crab, but I don't think we have many examples of people, primates rather, becoming more like us. What if we're supposed to be crabs? That'd be nuts. I could not be a crab. Their arms fall off too easily. They can like detach them. And I don't think they even grow them back. I think their arms are, once they fall out, it's just off. I'm gonna fact check myself though. Can crabs regrow limbs? They can! Okay, never mind. And it's viewed as a sustainable method of fishing. As opposed to just taking the whole crab, you just take the claw. It takes a whole year. That checks out. But at least they can do that. If you cut off my arm, it ain't coming back in a year. No, I have to get like a robot arm. If you can even afford that kind of stuff. I don't think my insurance would cover it as much as I would like it to. Is this arm good enough? Let's check out the shoulder. I mean, that's like believable in terms of anatomy. There's like chest over here. Got waistline. His hips. His other shoulder. Arm. That's actually over here. And then his freaking little hand over there. Whip. Yeah, you gotta angle that wrist upwards for that one. Alright, I'm getting it. I think I got it. This has to be much wider though. I learned that right there. How big's your biceps? I imagine this guy's got big biceps. That's how I drew him out. Not as big as some of the other characters I got planned though, who have appeared on my Instagram already. Alright, I gotta do this. His bracer is large. 1 second. It's not even a bracer, it's more like wrappings. I forgot this is like an 18-minute loop of this song. Yeah, well, I'll spare more Asura's Wrath, even though I do like it. We could play Smell of the Game. I do like that one. That's what he says. Hold on, here he comes. See, there he goes. I know the lyrics, at least one of them. was me. And then he goes into this 1920s lounge music again. That's a popular thing in Strive's OST for some reason. Oh man, he said a curse word. There goes the stream. Sorry, everyone. I was trying to keep it Christian, but you can only go so much without a big old honkin' swear word out there. Still his heart is blazing? That sounds like chronic acid reflux, my guy. Have you considered looking into that? Funnily enough, that's what my doctor's appointment was about, so... Me and this guy got a little something in common. God, what a sick solo. What is he? Somebody answer the man, because mankind knew. What's up with those beasts? About it. They got that dude to deliver that line in the cheesiest way possible, and I love it. They couldn't lie to themselves about it. Now, is this a... yeah, I made a separate hair layer. I'm just too quick for my own good.
Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing.
Can't you see I'm blazing, officer? Leave me alone, dude.
My time is my word. Your words will never let me disappear. Bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new word after you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the, know the smell of the, know the smell of the, know the smell of the game.
One of my friends did start playing Guilty Gear Strive. This is the this is the loop of like the 30 seconds of flute music when the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 trailer came out. We'll listen to this for a bit, but it is just like 30 seconds, so I gotta swap. But yeah. What was I saying? God damn it. I forgot. Literally 1 second of zoning out. I wish literally there should be a replay feature on Twitch where I could just hit a button and see, just replay the clip of the last 30 seconds. There has to be something like that. An extension, something I can do for that. What was I even talking about? Guilty Gear, I think. Oh yeah, my friend was playing Guilty Gear. Okay, I got it. He started playing Strive. And he told me he mains Ino, the witch lady, who is also my main. So, we were playing a bit of a different game with some other buddies from my Discord that I hang out in all the time. Not my Discord, but a Discord I am in a lot. With some friends from the school back in the day. Now we're just kind of all in there. Because they're cool people. And we were playing the forest, I believe. We built a shelter, and they were all jumping on this roof that I couldn't figure out for the life of me to get on. So they were making fun of me, as you do. I was getting heated, as I rightfully felt compelled to do in that situation. My honor was being challenged. I was being called a baby idiot. Probably not, might be paraphrasing or misremembering, but it felt like I was being called a baby idiot for not being able to get on this roof. And I challenged him to Guilty Gear Strive, and I defended my honor. Long story short is, if your friend tries to challenge you to a ditto in a fighting game, you have to win, because if I lost that, could you imagine what would have happened to my social standing if I couldn't get on the roof in the forest and also lost a fighting game ditto with my main to a dude who just picked up the game like a week ago? I would have been inconsolable. I don't think I could play games in that server anymore. Especially, I couldn't show my face? No. It would have been a nightmare. Luckily, I managed to win pretty, because I'm so rusty at Guilty Gear, but I did just notice that as soon as I started playing the game, the muscle memory came back almost immediately, because every character in Guilty Gear Strive has one combo route you need to know, and that can carry you to floor 10, honestly. I got to floor 10. I did not ever get to the Celestial floor. I wanted to, but it's just, I'm bad, so. And then once you start encountering people who are actually good, it's like, oh man, well this is... Now my dreams are dead. What is a man to do? Also, this face shape is all kinds of whack, brother. I gotta give him more of a chin, I think. Yeah, that's more like what you got. That's more like your face there, bro. No, this hair doesn't look right. Alright, I think we got the gist of the Xenoblade flute. just bring me here. Yeah, one of the few parts of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 I enjoy, the music, yeah. It certainly ain't Rex, it's certainly not him. The gameplay's also pretty good. The level design, the writing, this, you know, all of that, I don't know. I don't know. What the heck is Blushy Crushy, dude? What the heck? I don't care about Rex. And by extension, I don't care about Pyra and Mithra, whatever. I'm sorry, it's how it is. Morag would be awesome, Zeke would be awesome, but the game barely focuses on them because we have to spend more time focusing on the little boy who sounds like a 28-year-old man who cannot yell for his life. He does the most weird screaming I've ever heard. We all know this. It's not nice to dog on a voice actor, but come on, we all know. We've all heard it. We've all seen the cutscene. He does like the Chris Pratt in the Mario Bros. Movie trailers scream, where it's like, you can tell he's like just in the studio, kind of phoning it in. It's like he doesn't want to wake up his mom from the voice acting booth. Ah! that's the extent of it. Now, the thing about this character that I hate is that he doesn't really come together until I draw all of his hair, which makes it very hard to tell if I'm doing things right until it all comes together or doesn't. It's like the lottery of character drawings. Sometimes it'll pan out well, sometimes it'll pan out bad, sometimes it'll pan opticon, and then we're all in trouble. Sometimes it'll pansexual, and then I support it wholeheartedly in these times where it is most important to do so. What a weird time for the song to drop that way, you know? It kind of worked. Whatever. Sometimes it Peter Pans. And then, okay, this bit is done. It was done before it even began. The joke has Peter panned out. Oh no, I just brought it back. It's alright. Luckily, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 exists, so I can play a game with good music and good story all at once. I can play whenever I want. Now that the definitive edition came out, I don't even have to plug in my Wii. And you know I didn't buy that for the 3DS. I'm not a crazy person. The moment I saw new 3DS exclusive, I was like, oh, there's no way. There's no way that doesn't run like trash garbage. But from what I understand, it doesn't run awful on the new 3DS. There's actually a surprisingly solid port that they managed to fit in there. That tiny little space. That handheld little space. Is this more Xenoblade? Oh, this is from Torna, which I never played. Because the story of 1 got me so lukewarm, I didn't even feel like playing the expansion. But maybe I will someday. I still never beat, full disclosure, never beat Xenoblade 2. I got to the final boss and then I stopped. Which happens a lot more often than I think it should in video games. I don't know why. Sometimes when I play video games that I'm just kind of like middling through, I get all the way to the final boss. And then if the final boss poses even a slight amount of challenge to me, I turn off the game and then I never come back. It happened to me the first time, not the first time, but the first time I can remember recently with Paper Mario Sticker Star. I got all the way to the final boss and I was like, I lost once and I was like, I'm not even having fun. I'm just gonna put this down, never come back. And then it happened again with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Which is a shame because I actually, like I said, I like the gameplay for this game. It's just, I don't know. I just dropped it. I fell off. Fell off like an irrelevant content creator. Let's draw on this guy's mustache. It sells his character. Along with all this other stuff. There's so many elements this character's got that need to be present so that he doesn't look ridiculous. It's so strange. He's a tightrope of a character, not in the terms of his writing. In terms of how I've written him, I think he's pretty steadfast and consistent. one of the more static characters, but he's not even gonna be like. I'm not gonna spoil anything, you know? Yeah, this breakdown. I don't think I ever heard this part. Even when I listened to this song all the way through, I don't think I've ever fully mentally processed this was going on. I wonder if a battle's ever lasted this long in this game to even warrant getting to this part of it. This part of the song, I mean. Uh-oh. And then we can flip all this to see how it looks. Alright, I got 3D raster layers. That's the text for all of y'all. Now he's a little skewed, isn't he? Let's fix him. That's the perks of digital art. I mean, I kind of like the inquisitive lean, but it's a little too far, in my opinion. That's why we drew this lady on a separate layer, so we can do this kind of stuff. Wait, what's coming on next? We're not gonna play that. That would be, that would just be too much copyright, I think. Let's do some Elden Ring. Alright, let's skew this man. Skew. And then just tilt him a little bit. You know what we could do with, we could use some mesh transformation, I think. Widen his arm out a bit. Shoulder, I believe, is a little, how you say, wrong. Oh god. Haven't saved once, Clip Studio, you gotta just hang in there. Whoops. And then we should just do this, so I don't gotta worry about erasing all my work. All my hard work that I've done, my one drawing in an hour and 20 minutes. I do gotta fix this face shape. I told you I use his facial hair to define his face shape when I draw him. And that can lead to... pardon me. I really thought that comp would be gone by now. Probably some residual bacterial, viral garbage, etc. Why did it look better before I erased it? That's a great question, me. Allow me to answer that for me. Made his hairline recede a little bit. Need to fix that. There we go. What? I forgot this has phase transitions in this boss fight. This is Gale from Dark Souls 3. One of the best Souls games ever made. No one can ever tell me otherwise. Pretty much my favorite one. I went back and played it the other day, just to see how if I could still handle the DLC bosses. I can. Kind of. Gale was giving me a little bit of grief, but I still got him down after a few tries, I think. The muscle memory just don't leave you when you play Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls, I said it like some kind of mother from Minnesota. His ear, you know what? I am gonna edit that. I am gonna. Most people would just say I'm going to. I say I am gonna. Whoops! Don't rotate the ear. Shrink it, put it into place. I keep getting this freaking Twitter account recommended to me, and I don't know why. It's this character's Twitter account called Mingu. They're just somebody, they have like this weird series of OCs from like a school. They're all like teachers. And the art style appears to be just like MS Paint. And I could not be less interested, but Twitter thinks it's the most interesting thing on the planet. I have not even clicked on any of these since the first one, and yet this Mingu character, for some reason, is being force-fed into my algorithm. I don't want to know. I don't want it. Just another reason why Twitter is depicted as an annoying, squawking mess in my About section tab. It just thinks it knows what you want at all times. It's like the Google search result autofill, except for ideas that it wants you to look at for no reason. Perhaps because it was tangentially related to something you saw 3 months ago. Hey, you like art posts, right? What about these MS Paint artworks? How do these strike your fancy? They don't. Great, great. I'll be recommending you these for the next 8 years. So you'll break down eventually. I'm Twitter. It's like, oh, you certainly are. How loud is this, by the way? It's just a little louder in my headset than it actually is, as it so often occurs. My brother, your face, I gotta, what did I do? I gotta get rid of this. Hold on. This should not be taking me this long, but it is, so I must fix it. So he looked like if he was a member of the Amish. And I can say that because no one who is Amish should be watching my stream right now. If he just shaved everything but the beard. Maybe that was the issue. Maybe the mustache was just too wide. Yeah, that might have been it. That seems to be, at least in part, the issue. I couldn't fit in these little cheek triangles. I'm not sure what to call them. Hair triangles that indicate scrub. Now this is the Godric the Grafted theme, another banger from the FromSoft composers. Whoever composed this one, I don't know. With Bandai Namco money, I'm sure they could have got anyone. Godric the Grafted also is one of the bosses with the most personality in the whole game, which I think makes him very cool. Not many other bosses in Elden Ring even say so much as a dang word to you. You got Horalu over there, chieftain of the Badlands, yada yada, but he shows up and he's just cool, but it's like he doesn't really have much of a personality outside of a strong guy who goes Super Saiyan. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It's a shame he's so easy, because it kind of takes all the grandeur out of this moment right here. His freaking phase 2 music. You just beat him up. He's oh no. It's so anticlimactic. I still haven't even drawn the face, which is the part that you might notice I tend to avoid drawing the face until last, is because it always gives me the most dang trouble. So I tend to just subconsciously put it at the back burner, because I'm afraid. So that's the real answer. We try to avoid what we fear because we fear what we do not understand. And I do not understand how to draw faces easily in one go. That is the source of it. And so I'm here. I spy a nerd making a comic. I spy a nerd watching a nerd make a comic. So who's the real nerd? Also, hello, Swan. You caught me in the middle of rambling to myself. So I thank you for interrupting the cycle. How dare you? No, no, it's fine. Just wait for the delay to catch up. I'm complimenting you now. It's different. I'm thanking you. I heard that. I'm impressed I can't do that. You can't get out of the cycle once you get in there. It's pretty difficult. Luckily, I'm pretty one-track mind. Oh, you can't ramble? I was just doing that. That's all I can do to get through these streams, man. That's all I can do. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing it. But I do need something to pass the time outside of staring at artwork. It's a trademark of the finest streamers. I'd agree. One of my favorite streamers on the platform. Oh, here's some Kirby music. I'm gonna get so distracted. It's already happening. I can feel it. I'm back. Welcome back. One of my favorite streamers on this platform is Northern Lion, almost entirely in part due to his ability to just banter about anything and make it hilarious. He's just so good at it. I don't have many anecdotes because I don't leave my house, so that makes it a little challenging for one. He has a child now too. He has a ton of stories about that. I'm sure that helps. You know, you need like an input to have an output, and I rarely have any input because I don't do anything. But he is like a, if you want to look for someone to take some cues, some pointers about how to ramble from, he's the guy. Northern Lion, undisputed. I would say Germa985 as well, but he doesn't stream as often as he used to, so it's like it's probably hard to catch him. It's probably harder to catch him than it is harder to catch me, which is saying something because I stream in the middle of the day. Now see if I can draw this. Now watch this drive. How do hands work? I think I got it. Germa985 is fun. I sure wish he was real, though. I may have to study these people. There's some pretty funny lads. Oh, and now we're going into the a remix of the song I just listened to. My playlist is a nightmare. What am I even doing? But this remix is pretty dope, though, so I'm gonna immediately shut up about that. Another good rambler, Clint Stevens. He's a streamer, though. He's the kind of guy who's good at turning chat input into conversational topics. Like, I feel like I don't know how he operated as a smaller streamer, but as a big streamer, he's pretty good at just taking cues from what chat says and turning it into a bit. Or some story he's got. Just be careful of Germa's meat grinder. Don't listen to what Mask is talking about. He's misleading you with falsifications and misinformation. But that is a good idea of a Germa, or a good example of a Germa ramble, so I think I'll put that one on actually. Let's listen to that. Hold on, let me get it. Germa985 meat grinder. His meat grinder analogy.
I hate them. It's like one little move, and it's like, dad, 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 dad. Even if it's not, I know that it is though. It is. Your health is just too low. He doesn't have any instant kill moves. Okay, if I chop you up in a meat grinder, and the only thing that comes out that's left of you is your eyeball, you're probably dead. You're probably going to, not you. I'm just saying, like,
not you.
If somebody were to like push you into a meat grinder, and like one of your finger bones is still intact, they're not going to pick it up and go, well, see, yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't an instant kill move. You still got like this part of your finger left.
Horrible analogy.
No, I'm not gonna put you into a meat grinder. I'm not gonna put you into a meat grinder. No, I'm making a reference. You know what I'm saying. if there's only fucking teeth left, it's fucking, you're dead. You're dead.
What is he trying
You
to say?
understand what I'm saying, though? I'm not actually saying I'm gonna put somebody in a meat grinder. God damn it.
Yeah, I have seen the animation. It's also really good.
It's actually not an instant kill move. If I were to put you in a meat grinder.
I just like how he's self-aware about how even he made the worst example he could have made for that whole thing. So yeah, basically what I'm saying is try to be more like That's what good streamers are like. More YouTube videos. So many videos. Oops, I've clicked on my. I have so many Germa compilations.
You're a psycho.
His psychopath moments. That's how we got to 1 million followers. It's just because people love to watch the passionate, insane artists. That's what they like. I am neither passionate nor insane about anything enough to get 1 million followers, I don't think. But, you know, maybe I can make a comic along the way. Although, like I was bringing it up earlier, I don't know if you heard, I know you probably weren't there, but Stove yesterday did liken me talking to myself in one of my rambling moods to if Rodney Dangerfield was in a retirement home. And yeah, I think he got me. I don't think I can come back from that one, and I think he pretty much got me there. You just have to make horrifying and nonsensical comparisons. I don't know if I have it in me to associate insta-kill attacks with being put in a meat grinder. I don't have that kind of mental leap ability. Stove is already in the retirement home. I guess he would know. Get him. Get him while he's not here to defend himself. Destroy him. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, I brought it up yesterday. I may or may not be collaborating with someone on their own webtoon as a line artist and flat colorist, depending on what happens. I don't want to confirm it or deny it yet because I'm not in there yet. But today I wanted to bring it up again because I have an update on the situation. They said I was in their top 3 for selections, and I can do a test panel for them at some point soon. They seem very cordial, very nice about the whole process. They said no rush, but I am probably going to do it today just because, you know, I should, and I have time. But hopefully if all that goes well, I can start getting paid for something, which would be nice. How the heck do I draw this hand? What are hands, anyway? Has anyone figured what are they for? Hey, what is this for again? It's a someone was looking for a line artist and flat colorist for their webtoon, and they were willing to pay people for it. So I was like, I'll freaking throw my hat in the ring. And they said they liked what I could do. So we'll see what happens. I think it would be a fun project to get to be associated with. Also, I checked out what they have so far, but I won't say the name because nothing's set in stone yet. This hand is so stupid and small. I need to get rid of that. Is this on anything else? Oh, I drew the beard on there. All right, get this hand out of here. Let's go top 3. I know. I saw someone in their post link them to Fiverr, and I was like, you son of a bitch. you're linking people who are willing to pay good money to to find other reliable artists and pay them appropriately, and you're going to tell them to go to Fiverr? You absolute piece of garbage. I didn't say this to him, but I was thinking it the entire time I saw that response in the comments of the post. I was like, you do not tell people to go to Fiverr if they're willing to pay others already. I was ready to digitally punch that man. Walk up to his NFT house and clock him right in the dome. And then they find you on Fiverr. That would be so funny, actually. Okay, I made him a Cyclops man. I need to move his stuff. Get on over there. Oh, now she's moving over there too. Okay. Go on, get yourself over there. Face on. I made the ears weird. I'm noticing this now. There's a simple way to fix this. To just go back and erase most of what you've already done. What is this song? It's from Shin Godzilla. I forgot. That's a good movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. If you're into basically what is a roast movie of bureaucracy and international government as a whole, it's a pretty funny movie, but also very terrifying because, you know, Godzilla, he's kind of killing everything. It's not good. It's just a movie of a bunch of government officials being incompetent and not knowing what to do, which is so good. It's an excellent movie, I know. Very nice. The ending, which I won't spoil, but the ending shot for that movie is like, oh, that's spooky and hashtag deep, but in like a real way. Like, can you imagine if the movie went on for just 2 minutes longer? Terrifying. High stakes bureaucracy. It's Evangelion, but Godzilla. That's a pretty good way to describe it. This dude's face looks jank, but you know what? It's just the thumbnail, so it doesn't really matter. It's like if you put him in a meat grinder. No, see, it just doesn't work the same when I try it. No. I tried it out, it didn't work. Well, that's all you can really say. This mouth. I need a different placeholder mouth. There we go. It's a better placeholder mouth. Perfect. He's beautiful. I actually love that, is the problem. That's actually awesome. It didn't work when he tried it too, and that's very fair. This is like the best Vogue I've ever drawn, and I did it on accident, 2 seconds. Work for the camera? No, make it work for you. Looks like a RuPaul character, and I say character, but like, would you call them characters? I would call them characters for sure. They are quite the characters on that show. Lips. I'm too proud of that. I gotta stop refining the thumbnail. I keep refining the thumbnails and I get stuck. This is how I've only done one drawing in 1 hour and 45 minutes. This happens every time. Let's see, where would this knuckle would be here, this one here, and then we can... Yeah, we could feasibly see that. That works, I suppose. I just want his head shape to be correct, which is a lot harder than it seems like it would be, considering I shaped this character's head around his facial hair, which is a bad idea. I've learned. Don't do this. If a character with a beard, what you should be doing is the normal thing. Ow, this is loud. You should be doing the thing where you do the structure and then you draw the hair on it, like this. You don't do what I do with this character all the time, which is I draw this, and then I shape the rest of it with the beard, and then I draw the structure in afterwards. It's just really bad. Don't do that. Refine until you cry at how much time you've wasted, how the image hasn't even changed all that much. Don't I know it? That's my nightmare, but also my reality. His clothing fold looks nice, though. I guess there's always a silver lining. It's a vital part of my artistic process. I want his neck to be thicker, but how much thicker? That's actually not too bad. He's supposed to be a pretty jacked gentleman, but not like a buff bodybuilder type like all the dudes in the studies I've been doing. Just a pretty toned, fit individual. Ugh. Sorry? That was supposed to be muted, but my keyboard is far away. It's on a stool, you see. It's called the keyboard stool. I think you guys all have one, right? You know, a stool that your keyboard sits on when you're using your drawing tablet on your desk? I think it's a really good part of any office supply setup. You know, you put it next to your stapler, your keyboard is light years away on a stool. Don't tell me things I already know. I'm just going to move his lips over, even though it's arbitrary. I'm wasting time again, but just look at him. Alright, let's go here. I don't own a keyboard. My friend had a fun glitch yesterday on his laptop keyboard, which I had never heard any computer ever have ever before. A lot of evers in that sentence, but it's true. He had this issue show up while we were playing Vermintide, a Warhammer-like horde game, where if he pressed too hard on any key or any part of the keyboard, his laptop would shut down. And if that wasn't weird enough, you know, like that issue alone is just like, what are you even talking about? Did you like dislocate your motherboard or something? It's like I don't understand how it works, but that was an issue we had. What's even weirder than that issue, though, is the fact that 15 minutes later he said, "Oh yeah, now it's not happening anymore." It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean an issue that I've never heard about ever out of any computer happened to you, where you press on your keyboard and it shuts down, and then it just went away after 10 minutes, and is no longer an issue? What are you talking about? How does that work? I was truly dumbfounded at what he was describing to me. Don't stop if this is what you need. I have a friend who sat on her laptop and now the screen goes black if she moves too much while using it. Oh man. Yeah, pressure and electronics appears to not be a good combo. He looks very squinty in this depiction I've drawn here. I don't want him to look very squinty. I could probably merge this down. Oh, I should do it on a new layer. Hold on, you gotta be careful when you're blocking stuff in with a design pencil. I want to at least finish this line art today. I planned on this being a coloring stream today, believe it or not. How much color do you see on this page? Answer honestly. The results may shock you.
Stop, you proceed.
She hosted a movie night over Discord, and every time she leaned back in her seat, her screen would go black, and the movie would stutter for us. That's pretty great. Uh-oh. Clip Studio, don't do this. You don't want to do this, man. I'm the one who bought the program. I have the authority here. If I were to put you in a meat grinder... I forgot this song was in Sonic Rush. So bizarre. What do you even sample to get these vocals? Because that's the whole thing about this track, is that it samples audio from stuff. Because it's the Jet Set Radio guy that made the OST. So it's like, where did he get this from? Monkeys? This man looks like the Golden Kamui author would like. Let me check out some character designs. Oh yeah, I see it immediately. Yeah. You know, now that I'm looking at these outfits, that's like the vibe of a lot of the characters I plan on making, actually. Sort of like this frontier, this like fantasy-esque but not quite frontiersman energy. Have you ever seen the animation where Germa basically humiliates himself in his imagination? I'm sure I have, but oh yeah, I do remember this one actually. Yeah. You can feel free to link it though if you want to. But yeah, Golden Kamui. That looks. Yeah, these guys look about on my within my wheelhouse. Frontier Northern Japan. It's a really, really good series. I've heard. It's on my list. It's in there. I know this. BRB, my civics teacher, asked me for something. Probably your life. So be careful. From what I know of your taste, I think you'd like it. Well, maybe you don't freaking know me. I'm an enigma. I'm a mystery. I'm a complex, three-dimensional character being, person, man, with fully fledged emotions.
Let's do it.
I don't remember that being the end of the song. Whoa. Too sensual for me. That's a Sonic game. Kids play this game. Sega, calm down. I'm not like Steve where he just recommends things he likes regardless of what you like. You're a 2D goblin, only in spirit.
Right there. Right there.
Only in spirit and in real life.
Right there. Right there. Right there.
No, I gotta draw these lines again. Why don't you just change the size of your brush? What are you suggesting? I would never. Is this eyeball to highball? The wolf inside. There are 2 wolves inside of you. Just kidding, they are level 1 goblins. You will receive 0 XP. And 2 gold.
Right there. 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 Right there.
I gotta draw the other eye now. The faded other eye. Oh, beans. Okay, let's just... Before we get crazy here, let's just try and map out some landmarks here. Oh, my doggos. Stop your barking. I'm sure they definitely heard me say that, considering one of them is deaf and they are both downstairs. A floor away from me. I can't stomp the floor hard enough to get the attention of the deaf one from up here, so I guess I'll just give up. What's this song? I gotta check before I get copyrighted. This is Understand to Understand. You know what's weird though? It is easier to sneak up on my other dog, the one that's not deaf, than it is the one that is deaf. And I don't know how that even comes about. I think the one that isn't deaf, I think she's just really bad at evolution. I think if she were in a wildlife setting, she'd be a goner immediately. There is very little going on up there by way of survival instinct. Need to... Where'd my landmark go? Where'd my Marky Mark go? Where is Marky Mark, by the way? Is he in a movie recently? A new Transformers, perhaps? Stepdads 5? I know they made a sequel to that movie, somehow. I don't know how it got enough money or attention to do that. What are the lyrics here? So lost. It was eyeball. You're looking a little askew there. The thing about making the pupils large is that it's easier for you to get away with putting them in slightly off positions, because they just fill up so much of the dang eye. So that's my art strat, just make things bigger in the eyeball so that people are less likely to notice your mistakes. You do gotta actually place it slightly correctly though. What diss music? This is the Fog Beast battle theme from Xenoblade Chronicles 1. The Future Connected DLC specifically that they created for the definitive edition. I think it's really good. I also think it's nuts that they got back the voice actors for both Shulk and Melia to reprise their roles. It was very nice to hear. I haven't heard it. It's good. It's very good. God, I can't believe there's people out there that sink. There's people out there that sink, and that's just so sad. But I also can't believe there's people out there that think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is the better game. I just can't do it. I can't support that opinion. Japan is so good at making voice actors come back. It wasn't even, that's the American, that's the localization actors. They got Shulk's English and Melia's English voice actor. That's the thing about the Xenoblade 1 dub, is it's actually godlike for no reason. People don't expect that from a Nintendo game of all things, but you know, it's got a great dub. Every once in a while, Nintendo will just come out with a project where the entire cast is nuts. And it's like, how did they do that? Really? That's all? Yeah, it's just like freaking, you know what? I'll play a bit of a scene. What's, I bet there's a freaking, here, we'll do this. We'll do this. I have an idea. There's a compilation. Of course there is. And then we'll do this. Also, people who think 2 is better are deranged 100%. Like, what is idiots? Alright, we'll do some comparison here. It's unfair, but it is funny. Here we go. Oh yeah, there's some spoilers, by the way, so check out for that. Like, that man died in the booth for that scream.
I'll kill you!
Look at that. That's a man who knows how to yell. Now we go here. Freaking race car. Get out of here. You ain't touching him. And then like a car drove by my house making the exact same noise. Coincidence? I don't think so. Stop. No. People need to hear this. I'm still dead. Bring me back. Thank you. But yeah, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, they got the dub voice actors back, which is what I liked about it. To be positive again for a minute, instead of just railing on Rex and his voice actor like I do all the time. It's not nice, but it's just how I feel. I can't help it. Also, you do gotta give him some slack, because apparently that was like his first, just basically like role in anything, like of that size, like even like a video game of that size. So it's like, to an extent, you gotta just be like, this is a fault of the casting director, or whoever was in charge of that, as opposed to the guy who is trying to do an anime scream, who perhaps had never had to do one before in his life. Needless to say, even if Rex was voice acted perfectly, I would still hate him. So it's not his fault entirely. I just hate Rex as a character, and I will look at any opportunity to dunk on him. His first huge gig, and it's a JRPG. I know. What was he thinking? It's Xenoblade evolved in JRPGs. That game is like 80 to 100 hours long. By the time he's probably holding his throat like this right here by the time he gets to the end of the session. He's like, and then the sound just won't come out. And you just do this, please, help. Kind of move this eyeball a little bit, I think. That moves some more. Meanwhile, Shulk out here. Shulk's out here just going. He's going nuts. He's going freaking nuts. Ah! He's got his bowl cut or whatever. They'll kill you. Let's see what they did to my man. My man Shulk. Xeno? No, wait, I gotta look up Shulk. Smash Ultimate. Face. Where is it? What did they do? What did they do to my boy? What happened? They broke him. This is what the character render looks like this, and that looks great. And then you got this over here. It's like, what did you do? Oh, I didn't die for once. Pog chim. What music is this? Marvel vs. Capcom. This sounds like another song I have on this playlist, which is just like a real song. And by that I mean one with words in it. That's how I quantify real music, apparently. Does this look good flipped, or does he look like a frog man still? Zooming out, zooming in. He's kind of a frog man. That's a good thing we flip these. The eyeballs are so hard every time. We'll defrogify you, my good sir. Don't worry about it. It'll only take a moment. Sit back, relax. You might feel some discomfort, but it's like, friggin' get over it, baby. I missed the lips. I'm sorry. I didn't design it with luscious lips in mind. I think they would distract from the scene, honestly. That would only distract my heart. Oh, I gotta look up the voice actor for Shulk, so I stopped I think it's Adam something. Shulk VA. Adam Howden. I knew it. I just didn't want to get it wrong. Am I gonna look up I almost called him Shrek. Rex's voice actor? No. I know who Shrek's voice actor is. That's not even required, okay? I knew that since I was 7 years old or whatever. That is Mike Myers, the one and only. Hi, I'm back. Welcome back again. Yo, the Fire Emblem track of the century. Let's go. I think he finally has a face that I can look at. He has a face that even his mother could love. Or only his mother could love. No, even... They don't usually try to use that as a compliment. I think I'm determining that properly. Apparently I can get free therapy here in school. How... Are we talking like guidance counselor level therapy or like licensed therapist type therapy? Are we talking like deep-rooted psychological issue type working through some stuff, or are we talking like here's a lollipop and get your grades up, kid, you can do it? Like which one what do we mean? Licensed, ooh, fancy. I'll never forget the day my friend was talking to the guidance counselor right in front of me, and he was like talking about how bad his grades were, and he's like, he just asks her, should I just quit? And we were in like senior year, by the way. Probably the worst time he could have asked the question. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she was contractually obligated to say no. He should not do that. 1 semester away from finishing high school. But it was very funny to be there while he asked that directly to her face. Not you laughing in the background. It was so funny, though. He could not have picked a worse person to ask that question at the worst time. And it was just, it was great. Everything at the stars aligned for him to set up and deliver that line perfectly. I wonder if that left trauma. For him, no. For the guidance counselor, maybe. I don't know. If I brought that up to him, which I could later today, because now I just reminded myself of the hell story, I'm sure he would just laugh about it also, and then challenge me to a fighting game for reminding him of high school at all. Because that's how he does things. We're not kissing, by the way. Not gonna happen ever. In case anyone's still confused about that, allow me to clarify. And then he'll try to smooth. No! No, I got ahead of this bus, so I wouldn't be hit by it. Oh, is this mega copyright? I guess kinda. What is the Sinatra estate gonna do? Just kill me? The seed has been... Don't phrase it like that. That's the worst thing ever. Ew. Swan, you're horrible. It's just something so funny. You are just awful to me. Just something about delivering a line like that. What type of seed you thinking about, Zotan? What is it? Poppy seeds. Because I'm trying to get jobs all the time. Can't be eating any of those. Where your head at? In the bagel store, the bakery aisle. The bagel store. Have I ever even truly lived in New York if I'm saying stuff like bagel store? What am I even? No. It's the bagel store. Huh. Freaking idiot. Apparently they're going to try, or they've wanted to do this. I don't know if they're actually ever going to try and do this. The area where I'm living right now, which is in upstate New York, is apparently wanted to annex itself from the city of New York for a long time because they are practically two different locations entirely. And one of the two was going to get renamed to New Amsterdam based on what my mother was talking about. I overheard this from her. And I've just got to say, I would love if we got the title of New Amsterdam. That sounds pretty sick. They can keep New York. I don't much care for Old York, so I don't even know. I don't think I have too much of a sentimental attachment to it as a name. They can have it. It's been more impactful for them anyway, you know? Can you imagine going to NYC if you have to change that to NA? Then people start getting confused with North America? It would probably just suck if you had to do that. So I think we should get New Amsterdam over here. Sounds pretty dope. You know, we could keep everything else the same. We could still have the homelessness problem and all that, but like at least our name will be cooler and will be separated from New York City. So people will finally stop confusing where I live right now for the city, which is where I was for a little bit only. Hey man, are you from New York? Yeah. Oh, so you're like a city boy. It's like, no, I mean like for like a minute, sure, but like no. I grew up in the suburbia, USA. But also the thought of a small state splitting into two smaller states is funny to me living in Texas, yeah. It's like if Rhode Island decided to split into two more states. It's like, Rhode Island, you gotta calm down, man. You're already the size of a town. You can't keep dividing. You're like a cell. You're gonna run out of stuff for mitosis. You gotta pace yourself. Hold on, I need to blind you people. Pocket sand. I just gotta check one thing. Rhode Island, you don't have any more to give. You've rode your last island. They're not even an island. Why are they called Rhode Island? Someone answer me this question. Why are they called Rhode Island when they're not even a G-dang peninsula? Think about it. They're not an island? No, they're not an island. Oh my god, what's happening over there? Hold on, I'm about to expose them right now. Does this look like an island to you? Or does this look like one of the most landlocked states you've ever seen, except for one side? Right over here. That is not. This is an island. This is not an island. Island, not island. Island, not island. Difference. I died again because of how wrong they are. That's not an island. It's not even close. It's an island in the sense that all things on a continent are an island, I suppose. In a grander scheme of things. Why do they get to lie like that? I don't know. They're too small. They slip under the radar. They tell these lies and no one picks up on them. Is her mouth too small? Did I proportion this, shall we say, badly? Let's find out. Rhode Island is where true evil spawns because they're too small for anyone to care. What do they even have? It's not like they even have a tourist destination. I've never heard of anyone being like, oh, when you hit up Rhode Island, you gotta stop by the insert thing here. The Museum of Pipe Cleaners? Like, what do they have? Do they have anything? The world's biggest ball of lies, maybe? No one double checked. No, you want to be called Rhode Island? Well, sure, why not? You want to be called Wyoming? I say, why not, Wyoming? Now that is a joke I did steal, and I don't even remember where from. No one checked. No one checks Tahiti. Another joke I stole right there. I'm doing it right now. It's just all this talk about Rhode Island. Makes me feel like doing dubious things, like stealing jokes. Is this the Pandora's Tower song? I like this game. I should really just get a glass of water when I'm streaming. There's like so many times when I'm talking and my vocal cords they just stop, and I've never had that phenomena occur before. Like I'll just be producing a sound and then they will just, like nothing else, it'll stop vibrating because I just get it. That's all the sound I get. That's all the sound I've allotted for myself. What else can people get away with? Oh, you don't want to know the things. Murder. Here's something somebody got away with. Will.i.am, the musical artist. That's just William with dots in it. Snuck past out. No one got that except for me just now. And I'm here to tell you all. Florida? That's just Florida, with some spaces in it. Another fact for you. If they can call an almost entirely landlocked state an island, anything is possible over there. Yeah, the northeast coast, we kind of got no rules. It's kind of like the apocalypse over here. That bit about the homelessness crisis was not a bit. It is in fact a very real thing. That I will likely be contributing to if I do not have a job soon. Her pupils are too wide. I made her pupils narrower than that, and I know this too. I don't know why I bring it in. No, you're fine. You're in prison. That's true. It is kind of better than just being on the streets. At least they feed you. How to get treated better than the homeless in America? Punch a policeman. Go to jail for like 3 months. You'll probably survive for a bit, but like, you know, it'll be a much more comfortable condition that you're in. They probably give you socks in prison too, which is like one of the most requested or highly demanded items amongst homeless people. You just get them if you go to jail, I'm sure. I'm sure they got tons of socks in there. Wait. Go on. No, they look better with it. Look, this girl is the protag? No! Sorry. I thought this were the baddies. No, this is a good guy. This is a nice lady. This is the protagonist. Here she is. She looks a little different these days. I painted this a long time ago, but I think for like splash art, you can always make the characters go a little off model for the sake of painting. You want some baddies? I got some of those. I don't think I've ever drawn them fully, but wasn't the protag the only woman? No. Where are you getting this idea? Did I not depict it? I could have sworn I showed off so many women. Hold on, let me go. Let me give some more elevator pitch details while I'm here. Where the heck did I put this? These are two of the protags in here. She isn't introduced till chapter 20. No! Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Source, I made it up. I don't know. This is one of the protag. This is what she looks like nowadays in my style. This is kind of what she is now. And then this is another lady. She is another protag. And then we got the other two members of the party, who are, if I can find them. Here they are. The lads. Here they are. And there's a couple of bad guys. I live for big hair era. I'm drawing every character's hair gigantic, and no one can stop me. Here's a couple of bad dudes. I got another one. Hold on, is this music going to transition into something weird? It will transition into city pop, so maybe I should switch to something without vocals. We'll go here. While I'm explaining things. I'm already making up lore a story where there is not enough lore. For a story where there's not enough, I get it. Where's the other bad guy? Oh, here's another bad guy. Where's the other one? I got at least, oh, here's the other bad guy. One of the other bad guys. There's quite a few bad dudes in this series. But yeah, the dude I'm drawing right now, don't say that. Get out of here. That's her dad. That's not much of a spoiler, it's pretty much revealed in the first chapter already. And then this is someone who I won't elaborate on because I don't feel I need to, and it will be revealed in time. Whoops. Wait, does that work actually? Kinda did. But I do need to make this a little bit taller. Ah! Alright, so no suspicious character. You don't know. You don't know nothing. I've hidden all the words, so you have no clue what's going on. And eventually I'm going to start censoring panels where stuff might be happening that is important to the story. And when I do that, it will look a little something like this, so you don't got to worry about it. It'll just be like that. whenever I do have to hide stuff. I really should just get water. Help! I'm feeling like a Rex voice actor. Down with the censorship. No. Would you rather I censor it, or would you rather you get spoiled? Because it's one or the other. And if your answer is I would prefer to get spoiled, well then, frickin' screw you, dude. I'm working too hard. Censoring will only make us dig deeper. That's what I want. Little did you know, all your theory crafting will only make my series show up in Google's search algorithms more. Does anyone think this character could actually be the... And that's, you know, that's what I need. What do you think happened between... Doesn't it seem suspicious that when he was streaming this, he censored this panel? Interesting. Curious. Oh yeah, what comic did you say you were making line art for? I didn't say, because it's not sure. It's not a sure thing yet. But if I do get the job, I have to do a test panel today. And if they accept me as their flat colorist and line artist, then I will ask them if I can disclose that I'm working on the series, and then I will make sure everyone knows. Well, you know, as many people as I care to have know about it. So he didn't want us flaming them if it doesn't go well. Yes, my mass audience. I didn't want anybody brigading them with hate comments. I'm like Dream from the Minecraft, you know? I gotta be careful with my influence that I have. Stan Zotan. Do not stand Zotan. He doesn't shower. And he smells. Probably as a result of not showering. And all he eats are like peanut butter sandwiches. You know what that does to your digestive tract? He's probably gonna die at age 30. It's just peanut butter. He's gonna get diabetes at some point if he's not careful. Now this eye doesn't align with anything. Don't stop hatching in the shadows. Zotan, stop it. This is the thumbnail layer. You're not doing anything productive right now, Zotan. Zotan, no. Stop. Stop it. Okay, thank you. The autopsy will reveal peanut blubber. Butter that's peanut, truly sticky. She has a lazy eye now. I gotta fix that. Yeah, that eye'll be good. I'll do that off stream. I usually do for eyeballs. Time is it? I can end soon. And by can I mean got to end soon. Gato. What is gato? Is that cat? Gato. Meaning. It is cat. I am so smart. Not to be confused with gâteau, which is French for cake. That one I knew off the dome piece. Not to be confused with glaço, which is ice cream. Or is it? I think it is. Checking. Is it just water? Meaning in English. Ice cream. I'm a genius. You gotta go play fighting game. I'm not gonna go play fighting game. I gotta go do a test panel. And then I'll play fighting games. And then I gotta go home and be a family man. Also, get your eyes away from me. I know what that means after that phrase. I know what you're thinking. I know what your freaking brain is doing right now. And I'll have you know you should stop it. Play 15 just cause is cool. I do have it. I did get it for my birthday. So I will be trying that out. Here we go. So yeah, thank y'all for stopping by. Tomorrow, I'll be doing the same as always. Rambling to myself until someone shows up, and then hopefully conversing with someone in a rambly way, without too much of a change from when I'm alone. Because that is apparently how the streams go nowadays. That's just how I know I'm improving, I think, when I can have a dialogue with myself. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Yep, tomorrow, same schedule as always. I even had a doctor's appointment today, and I still showed up on time. Late by 3 minutes, but on time nonetheless. Gonna do a test panel. Let's see how that goes. That'll be fun. But yeah, catch y'all later. Have a good time, thank you. And bye-bye.